So here we are with episode 5 of Villainess level 99. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. Last episode, we were introduced to Patrick Ashbatten. He has been watching Yumiella, and we've been seeing him throughout the other episodes, but that was their first time talking to each other, and according to this episode's title, it seems like Yumiella has found herself not a friend, but a conversation partner, so good for her, I suppose. We'll just have to see what's going to happen in this episode. If you guys like the video, like the video. If you dislike it, dislike it. I do have my full length up on Patreon and early access in the YouTube memberships. Other than that, let us get started. Oh, the day after. Yeah, of course. Maybe? Yes. Of course. I mean, you could always try and go into necromancy. You think? What were the teachers doing? How's she supposed to fucking... She's like the prime member of your group. Who said they lavished them with more praises? Was that the students? Yes. Okay. Just gonna shove her into a fucking dark type dungeon. What about you? She just eliminates it? Oh, sorry. She just saw her strength is a lot. She's level 99 after all. And yet she bends it like it's made out of fucking tin. Alright. Yumiella's gotta train Alicia. But, like, I mean, I assume somebody needs to, you know, keep Yumiella down a little bit. Put a rein on her. Not that that'll help, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. I was gonna say, it's the thought that counts. It's like an emotional support dog. And then in my head, I'm just like, oh, I guess Patrick is the emotional support dog. I assume conversation partner is Patrick, but I'm just like, what if it's Alicia? But, like, it's not like Alicia wants to talk to her. Oh, there's Patrick. Maybe. Yes. Take command. Of course, he showed himself off in that last field lesson. Yeah, you see this. Yeah, they just came up to talk to you? Oh my god. Everybody's watching. But you healed him anyways. The closest thing to a friend. His voice seems to carry really well. Wait, you really like the sound of his voice? Oh, damn, gotta heal you again. So it's just rumors right now? Oh, what are these rumors? His popularity is dropping. Very nasty. Ah, okay. True. No, he doesn't like the discrimination. Oh, so that's why he's able to empathize with her. Wow! Oh, got a little blush on her. I'm gonna beat your ass. I just keep watching this. Just don't look at it. Because it's bad. Wow, it's just like what the queen says when she freaking analyzed Yumiella. This world's just this world, it's not the game. Very interesting that she's willing to separate that. Ah, the second field lesson. They're fighting sea monsters now? What? The battlefield medic. Really make sure that they don't want to get injured because they don't want to see that. The grotesque healing. Oh no, she's just got potions. She's like a water boy. She's just playing rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, because you're not fucking because you're not fucking playing the damn flute. Oh shit, damn, that's fast. They don't want the healing magic. Just don't look at it. Just look at it. Just look the other way. Look, she even healed your pants. All right, that's some pretty good shit. You said it yourself. It's grotesque. They're not grinding hard enough. How are they gonna each one of them into their own dungeon? Oh shit. My entire crazy past. My god. It's like basically teaching them how to fall. Except I'm just going to fucking hurt them to the brink of death. The flu and an injury. Quick. supposed to tell them to. Oh, you just call him just Patrick instead of Master Patrick. I was gonna say, like, forgot to tell people that she's gonna blow the flute before blowing on it. Ah. Almost like you consider him as a friend, huh? Oh, here she is. Away from the group yet again. This boy is just so popular. She's really getting his popularity up with all this field lessons. Mm-hmm. But you've got that taste of friendship, you know? Wow. She's fighting against her fear just to... She's the one who fucking came up to her! Oh my fucking god. Edwin, I'm gonna... If she's a danger, don't fucking provoke her! Why are they so fucking stupid? Hey you, bear in a cave. You're dangerous. How about I keep poking at you? Oh, here comes Patrick. Oh shit, she's got someone she's got someone on her side. It's complicated. Oh, yeah, you fucking central noble. You're not even in the same class as us. Backing down? You didn't need to fucking back down because you didn't need to be involved in this fucking thing, Edwin. Wow. Are you angry at me? Wow. Just like that? Yes. I'm still trying to process, but also the ending keeps showing me Eleonora. So like, I expect to see her next episode at the very least. You know, you really showed her like 2 episodes ago, and now you haven't shown me her since. All right. Well, I'm just gonna head right back to the center. Alright, so that was episode 5 of Villainess level 99. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty good episode. We're continuing to see a relationship forming between Yumiella and Patrick. You know, they're really... I will say, like, I think Patrick's character is nice and all that, but like, man, when you fucking push him right next to the 3 boys who are hanging around Alicia, Patrick is just suddenly amazing. He's just fantastic when you just compare him to like the other 3 dudes that you have to fucking see all the time. You know, it's that feeling of like, wow, everybody's, not everybody, but like these 3 boys have just constantly been treating Yumiella like shit this whole time, that Patrick comes in and he's just a nice boy, and I'm just like, he's fucking great, I love him. Also, at some point, it clicked in my head on why it's not just like the name, well actually it's because of the name Patrick, because I was just like, you know, Patrick, I feel like there's another character that I like that's also is named Patrick, and it just clicked in my head. It's from Shadow's house. I remember. It's I can't remember if Patrick is the shadow or it's the person. I currently can't remember, but I know that I really enjoy that pair. Anyways, before I go and talk about Patrick and also Yumiella, we must talk about Alicia and Edwin. So in the beginning of the episode, we see Yumiella in the principal's office being scolded for using the monster calling flute, but we also have Yumiella asking about how the lesson went for the Central Nobles, and here we've got Ronald saying that, oh, I think Prince Edwin and his friends are leveling up. I think, right? Their whole method is that William charges in as the vanguard, and then Edwin and Oswald pretty much pick the leftovers, the ones that he missed. However, the problem is that they kill all the monsters themselves, and the other students can't gain any levels, including Alicia herself. You know, she didn't kill a single monsters, but it seems like the students, they don't really mind all that much because they're too busy. They're too busy propping these 3 boys up. All they do is lavish the 3 of them with praise. Okay, so yeah, the students are just lavishing them with praise. But from what we learned in the last episode, the Central Nobles are going to be much more in the center, within the cities and everything. They're not going to go out and fight monsters and whatnot. So whether they level up or not, doesn't really matter to them, so that's why they're much more fine with like just cheering on for the three boys and letting them do all the killing. That's what I was mentioning in like the last episode on why I don't like these three boys, and like how it kind of just really pulls down Alicia a little bit for me. But also like sorry, okay, so the whole thing is I don't like the fact that they coddle her. And it's the same thing here too, where the three of them are trying to impress Alicia, so then they just go and they do all the killing, and she did not touch a single monster, so she's still level 1 at this point. And it's just like, you guys need to fucking train her too. If she's like the important part of your crew, so like she needs to level up and she needs to fucking get to level 60. That's what Yumiella wants, right? To get to level 60 so then she can go and fucking fight the demon lord. But I suppose, as what Ronald says, even if Alicia wanted to level up, she couldn't do it this time anyways, right? There's always a next time. Towards the end of the episode, we see Alicia coming up to Yumiella to apologize to her, right, for making the assumption that she's the demon lord and for the fucking rumor that was spread and everything. And from what we learned in the last episode, Alicia sees Yumiella in a very different way from everybody else. She sees her in the same way as animals see Yumiella. Alicia thinks about how it must be really terrifying for her to just stand in front of her, pronouns, and as she's about to take a step, Edwin comes in, and he's just like, stay away from Alicia, and this is the same thing that the fucking boys keep doing to Alicia when she wants to talk to Yumiella, right? Alicia is the person who's going up to Yumiella, and Yumiella is just responding back to her, but they just come over, and they're just like, hey, stay away from her, alright? You know? Stay away from the summoner! And it finally clicked in my head on why I don't like this, other than all the other things I just told you about. It's because Alicia's character and the way that these three boys surround her, and it's just and like they're basically keeping her away from everybody because she doesn't have any other friends besides these three boys. It made me think about Reijou from the Apothecary Diaries, and man, dude, like, as I said in that series, I will slap everybody for Reijou, alright? And, like, I'm slowly getting to this point where, like, I will slap everybody for Alicia, too, if I have to. I do say, maybe she does need to be protected and whatnot, but, like, not like this, alright? Not like this. The other thing that we saw, or heard technically, is Edwin's dwindling reputation, right? He was this popular boy, but because he's just been flirting with Alicia all over the place, and the rumor that he's spreading, the fact that the Demon Lord is coming back within the next 2 years, people are starting to think that, oh, he's just, you know, he's just being a little cuckoo. He's making all these weird rumors, and again, he just keeps hanging out with this fucking commoner girl. WTF. And so I was like, okay, so Edwin's reputation is kind of going down, and it kind of goes back to what Ronald was talking about in the last episode, where like these three boys have been acting very differently ever since Yumiella has come in. But that's what Yumiella said, that this world is just this world, it's not the game. And I like that she's able to just separate that, right? It's just like, okay, like I might have some knowledge of this world from the game, but there's still a lot of things that I don't know about. Kind of like when Yumiella started thinking about who the real Yumiella was before she took over the body. We also have Ronald asking Yumiella to train Alicia, since she's not exactly gaining any freaking levels with the three boys just going about protecting her and just killing everything instead of letting her have the kill. So I assume that we're going to have that. So I assume we're going to have that training session at some point, and hopefully it'll just be Alicia and Yumiella, or at least with Alicia and Yumiella and somebody who is on Yumiella's side, because let me tell you, if those three boys come with her during this training session, she's not gonna get any fucking levels. But also, I hope they just die, but, you know, they're wearing those amulet protections, so, unfortunately. Moving on over to Patrick and Yumiella, we have Patrick talking to Yumiella about his past and how his hair is blackish, right? Gray is close enough to black, I suppose. You know, that maybe that's also to showcase how what is the word? It's going right out of my superstitious the world is. that somebody with gray hair, it's considered blackish, but Yumiella sees that and she's that it's more whitish, which, you know, like gray, it's kind of just a mix between white and black. So it could be both ways, I suppose. And I would assume because Patrick sees Yumiella as just, well, I would say not a normal girl, but just, you know, a person who just is abnormally strong, but he is able to understand that she's not exactly good at conversing with others, especially when other people don't want to talk to her, so she doesn't really have a lot of time to socialize and whatnot. And he kind of made that bit of a joke with Yumiella in when he was going to partner up with her, and she's just like, are you sure you want to partner up with me? You know, oh, I guess you do kind of owe me one, but like you really don't have to. And so he's just like, okay, I guess I'll just go fucking talk to somebody else then. Just to get Yumiella to be like, wait, hold on, wait. You do owe me, so come and partner up with me, alright? So I like that he's able to again see through all that bad reputation that he has, and also he technically did see her cute side and all with the way that she was trying to get the cat to come over to her. Patrick doesn't like the fact that people see Yumiella's hair and just assume that she's a bad person because he has suffered a similar fate as hers because of his grayish hair or his whitish blackish hair. But I do find it very fun that this comes right after the previous episode when Alicia came up to Yumiella and just said, are you the demon lord? You know, based on all these three things. And then Patrick is here, is just like, yeah, I really fucking hate it when people just assume because you just have these certain traits. After that conversation, Yumiella started thinking more about the real Yumiella and the idea that maybe Yumiella was born with dark magic this whole time because, well, that's what they say, right? You're born with this magic affinity. But in the game, it's described as Yumiella got it because she fell into darkness. But Yumiella's theory, our Yumiella, not the game Yumiella, I guess. Yumiella theorizes that maybe the real Yumiella had dark magic this whole time, but she's been keeping it a secret, and, you know, because of that, she ends up harboring hatred for Alicia because Alicia is able to use her magic confidently, and everybody likes her for that because her magic is it's not black. And it does go with what Yumiella thought about before with Eleonora. And I would assume it does connect with the portion with Eleonora where Yumiella talks about how the real Yumiella didn't really get into the whole bullying thing until she started until she wanted to be friends with Eleonora, and the only ways to do that was to just bully Alicia. So they're putting Yumiella up in the game anyways as a tragic character, but now here is our character who is now in Yumiella's body getting that whole experience. So I'm just like, oh, that's fun, you know? But thank the fuck God that Patrick came in here to protect Yumiella. Not that Yumiella needs to be protected, but in terms of like words and society and all that, you know, that is one thing that Patrick can do. So I'm just glad again that the final scene that Patrick came in and stood up to Edwin. And I like that Patrick's just like, look, I'm a son of a Margrave, alright? Being hated by the second prince is nothing to me. I'm just over like, yeah, Patrick, hell yeah, fuck the second prince, he sucks. Who's the first prince anyways, am I right? Where is he? Man, the part where Patrick tells Yumiella that he doesn't really care about the formalities and all that, right? The whole, like, noble stuff, he doesn't really give a shit. And Yumiella is just like, oh, I thought every nobles care about it. Dude, Yumiella really just hit the right package. Like, she stumbled upon a gold mine here. But she's not gonna mine it. Well, maybe a little bit. She did say she wants to try to be his friend. And being friend with the most popular— oh my god, it just finally fucking clicked in my head. You know what this is? The relationship between Yumiella and Patrick? It's fucking Kimi ni Todoke. No! Oh, and I also really like it that Patrick told Edwin that the regional nobles actually really like Yumiella's lessons, and that they're able to gain levels a whole lot more. And I would presume that he's not lying about that, you know, for right now. I would assume Patrick is a trustworthy guy, so what he says is trustworthy until they show us that he's not. But until then, I assume he's talking about the truth, and that the people who are around him, surrounding him, talking to him, right? They were praising him initially. At this point right here, where they're all surrounding him and talking about how great he is as a leader and all that, and Yumiella left before she could hear anything else because she feels a little lonely, and it's understandable. And especially if you want to you've got someone that you feel like could be your friend, and you want to go and talk to them, and then suddenly they're just so popular and surrounded by everybody, you just don't have the chance, and you know that people don't like you. It's hard to talk to that person. So of course she walks away. But I would presume that, like, as they're going and talking about that, they also talk about how, like, you know, despite the method that Yumiella does, we're actually leveling up pretty nice. And it goes back to what Rano talks about between the central and regional nobles, because if Yumiella tried to do that with the central nobles, they would definitely be like, yeah, no, get this girl out of here. I don't want to work this hard, all right? I'm just here to do my fucking field lessons, go to school and all that, you know. Don't put this hard work on me. But the regional nobles, they have a much stronger reason to level up. So Yumiella just hits the right spot. It's just that she just has that reputation where people probably aren't going to try to say it to her face for the most part, even though they kind of did in, like, before Alicia came. So, like, 2 episodes ago when she talked to the king and people were, like, you know, actually talking to her for the most part. But, yeah, again, I just assume it's something that they would be more, the students around would be much more comfortable saying it to Patrick, because he seems like a much better guy to talk to than someone like Yumiella. So, I assume Patrick hears that, and so that's why he tells Edwin off about that. So, that's pretty nice. I like that, you know, the class appreciates Yumiella's lessons as well. I don't know about that whole lesson of I'm gonna beat you near to death and I'm gonna heal you. God. Well, at least we know why on how Yumiella has such a high pain tolerance, because her arm has been chopped off before, and she even wonders about whether she eventually could regenerate her head as well. My goodness, dude. My goodness. Let's not get Yumiella to dabble with any dead bodies, am I right? But, as I said, it was a pretty good episode. I am sorely missing Eleonora, and I just want to see her again. So there's that. If I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.